Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 50.
Episode 50.
Yes!
Wow.
Can you believe it? I'm like, oh my God. So thank you, everybody out there who is listening. I really appreciate it. I could see all of you out there with all our statistics. So thank you so much. But yes, this is episode 50 of our Essential Zodiac podcast. I'm your host, Cynthia McNulty.
And I'm Audrey Fannin.
So today we will be discussing the Winter Solstice, and that is when the sun moves into Capricorn, and the last full moon of 2023, which is in Cancer. Before we begin, I want to mention that there's a lot of offers still available on my website to help with your holiday gift giving. I also have gift certificates for those hard to buy for friends and family. And for you December kids out there, there's still time to order your solar return. So check it out. So the winter solstice, which marks the first day of winter for those of us in the northern hemisphere, occurred on December 21st, which was yesterday. The winter solstice is the astronomical moment when the sun reaches the Tropic of Capricorn and we have our shortest day and longest night of the year. Now, regardless of what the weather is doing outside your window, the solstice marks the official start of winter. So for those of you in Florida listening to this on the beach, which is very possible in December, I envy you. It is still winter. It is still winter. The term solstice comes from the Latin word sol, which means sun, and sistere, which means to stand still, because during the solstice, the angle between the sun's rays and the plane of the Earth's equator appears to stand still. Now, you have to think about this in ancient times. We now know what is going on with all our modern wisdom and knowledge. But back in the day, when there were no telescopes or any way to measure what was going on, it was kind of scary when the sun doesn't move. So, people came up with all sorts of rituals and all to placate the sun so that it would move again. So what does this mean exactly, right? Upon the winter solstice, the sun appears at its lowest in the sky, and its noontime elevation seems to stay the same for several days before and after this day. The sun's gradual decrease in the sky reverses upon the winter solstice, making what cultures believe to be a rebirth of the sun as the hours of daylight become longer. And so all cultures celebrate the rebirth of the sun coming back, the days getting longer and warmer. I mean, they paid attention to all this. Sometimes in our modern day, it kind of, we don't, not that we ignore it, but we don't acknowledge it. We don't think about it. But it was very important to our ancient ancestors, so they paid a lot of attention to it. So there's a serious tone about this time of year because it's when we look for new hope in a time of darkness. And, for me and my coven, when we have our Yule celebration, that is one of the things that we talk about, that, there's always a spark. The goddess hasn't forgotten us. Spring is coming. Just as the Capricorn symbol of the mountain goat climbs higher and higher, most of us will work hard towards bigger and better things during this time. Now, Capricorn is an earth sign ruled by the karmic planet Saturn, the rule follower, the boundary giver, right? So when the sun moves into this sign, we all spend a little time contemplating the karmic lessons from the past year. So this is a good time to sit and contemplate, how did your year go? what things went well, what things didn't go well. What do you want to improve upon? So it's now a time to think over what you want to plan for when the spring comes along. So when the vernal equinox, when the sun moves into Aries, you can implement your new plans. So this transit also urges us to come up with new goals and take the first steps towards achieving them. So here are some tips for this time of the year. What to do. Take care of business. This persevering goat likes to be in control, which helps them stay on track as they climb the ladder of success. Act like a Capricorn by getting organized and planning for the future. What to say? Capricorn is known for being bossy, but it's because they care so much. If you need to take charge and get a little bossy so you can get things done, go ahead while the Capricorn sun is shining and give you that confidence. What to watch out for? Burnout. Capricorn's biggest struggle is finding time for fun in the midst of getting things done. Remember to take a break every once in a while and have a few laughs. It's the holiday season, right? So you want to make sure you take advantage of all the fun stuff that the holiday has to offer. And what to look forward to. Coming out on top. Capricorn is the most masterful zodiac sign, fierce and determined to be the very best at whatever game they play. This transit will help you harness some of that winning Capricorn energy for yourself. So there you go. There are a couple of tips to harness this very interesting and very hardworking energy of the season. So I'm going to take a short break, and when I come back, I'm going to talk about the Cancer Full Moon.
Be sure to visit EssentialZodiac.com to learn about Cindy's current specials, including the Solar Return special for those of you with December birthdays. And looking to next year, there's the New Year Overview for just $24. And from the Essential Apothecary, there's the New Year Good Luck bottle for $20.24. We see what you're doing there, Cindy.
There you go.
Back to you, Cindy.
Thank you, Audrey. So set your emotions free under the Cancer Full Moon, which occurs on December 26th. So that is right after Christmas Day. Focus on ways to soothe and center your spirit as the year comes to a close. Now, we always have the full moon in Cancer during this time of year. It usually comes during the Christmas celebrations. So it's a double-edged sword. It helps us unleash our emotions, but sometimes that is difficult when we're dealing with family. So you want to temper your emotions and pick your moments. So you do have the opportunity to heal your inner child and let go of emotional pain. But like I said, pick your moment. Your challenge is letting go of control and avoiding drama. If you do have something that you need to talk to your family about during Christmas dinner, might not be the best time to do that. You might want to pick a more quiet moment or, a better time to, talk about whatever is bothering you. So La Luna is particularly dignified in Cancer because Cancer is the moon's home sign. Strong, in tune with her feelings, she's sympathetic and intuitive. She knows deep down what to do. She always has. So now we have the sun in practical Capricorn, right? Our earth sign, Capricorn. And we have the emotional moon. So here, we're going to learn to balance the intuition with grounded action, with pragmatic realism. We can feel all our feels, but the Capricorn sun is going to give us an avenue to work through those feelings. We align our goals with our inner knowing, learning to let go of goals not aligned to our soul's journey. I mean, sometimes you have to let, things go. It's not the time, maybe next year or the year after. Tears may come, but in the tears lies deep healing. Both the sun and moon are angled to buoyant, optimistic Jupiter, reminding us that there's always joy to be found. Jupiter, the cosmic guru, reminds us that things are always working for us, not against us. The strong alignment to Saturn, because the sun is in Capricorn, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, from this full moon brings long-lasting rewards for work well done, for responsibilities attended to. The foundations we've laid over the last months are coming to fruition, and we're liking what we see. So Capricorn is always about getting the job done. Capricorn will help you. Saturn will help you work through, set a plan, figure out your goals. You have the moon tapping into your emotional side. And then you have Capricorn, you have the sun saying, okay, let's work out a plan. You want to do X, Y, and Z. Well, how are you going to get there? So it is a good time of balance. If we allow it to be, we have to allow it. While many will be eager to open up, retrograde Mercury and Neptune form a harsh square overhead that could lead to dramatic displays of deception. So we're still dealing with Mercury retrograde, and it will stay retrograde until the beginning of January. So watch out for those who play the role of victim, who refuse to take accountability for their own situation. Now, you and I both know we have that one cousin who every year at the Christmas table, recounts the same tale of woe. And every year, everybody gives her the same advice, and she never takes it. So when you get to that point, it's just walk away. There's nothing you could do. They enjoy the role that they've stuck themselves in. Social disruptions could also come into play as lies and gossip become more prevalent among the collective. Now, we have to look out for, the global situation right now, too. It's not just our personal Christmas table. It is, what is happening out there in the world. So, please use your brain, use critical thinking to wade through the lies and the nonsense. Those who feel wronged or hurt may act out in a way to seek revenge or validation, making it important that you step back from drama that doesn't concern you. There are some arguments, and Audrey will back me up on this, there's some arguments you're never going to win. Some people refuse to change, and for your own mental health, sometimes it's just walk away. Just walk away. Childhood memories are liable to pop up as we move through these Cancerian vibes, making the ideal time to reflect fondly on your youth and the people who guided you. Consider reconnecting with old friends, and be sure to thank any positive role models who helped shape who you are today. Prioritize love and feeling secure within your own space, pulling back from noisy environments as a way to find emotional, mental, and spiritual restoration. So I have some Cancer Full Moon Horoscopes. They're short ones. And also a few tips for crystals during this time that might be helpful for you. You could stick them in your pocket while you're having your Christmas dinner. So here we go. Aries. The full moon in Cancer brings focus to Aries' home and family life, igniting emotions and desires for a comfort zone. Aries ruling planet Mars might trigger assertiveness in emotional matters during this phase. A helpful crystal for Aries during this time could be carnelian, fostering courage and emotional balance when placed in the living space or carried as a talisman. Taurus. Taurus feels the full moon's impact on their relationships, encouraging emotional connections and deeper intimacy. With Venus as their ruling planet, Taurus may seek harmony and affection during this phase. Rose quartz can enhance love and harmony, kept close or worn as jewelry to promote loving energy. Gemini. The full moon in Cancer affects Gemini's communication and mindset, bringing emotional depth to their thoughts. Mercury rules Gemini, enhancing their mental agility during this phase. A crystal, like blue lace agate, can support calm and clear communication. Carry it in your pocket or use it during meditation for soothing energy. Cancer. As the full moon illuminates their sign, Cancer experiences heightened emotions and self-awareness, emphasizing their nurturing nature. The moon rules Cancer, intensifying their emotional sensitivity. Moonstone serves as a powerful companion, promoting emotional balance and connection when worn as jewelry or placed in their home. Leo. The full moon in Cancer influences Leo's finances and security, prompting emotional reflections on material matters. With the sun as their ruling planet, Leos may seek recognition and validation during this phase. Citrine can enhance abundance and confidence, placed in their workspace or carried as a charm for manifestation. Virgo. Virgo feels the full moon's effects in their inner world, urging them to focus on self-care and emotional well-being. Mercury's influence heightens their analytical skills during this phase. Amethyst can aid in relaxation and mental clarity, kept on a bedside table or worn as jewelry for calmness. I love amethyst. It's a very good stone for a lot of things. And it's so beautiful, too. Libra. The full moon in Cancer influences Libra's friendships and social circles, emphasizing emotional connections within their community. With Venus ruling Libra, they seek harmony and balance during this phase. Rose quartz supports love and compassion, ideal for shared space or worn as jewelry for loving energies. Scorpio. Scorpio's career and public image come into focus during the full moon in Cancer, triggering emotional intensity and ambition. With Pluto as their ruling planet, they seek transformation and depth during this phase. Obsidian supports grounding and protection, kept in their workspace or carried for strength. Sagittarius. The full moon in Cancer highlights Sagittarius' philosophical pursuits and spiritual growth, intensifying their emotional quest for knowledge. Jupiter's influence seeks expansion and growth during this phase. Sodalite aids in seeking truth and wisdom, used during meditation or kept as a talisman for insight. Capricorn. Capricorns experience the full moon's impact on their shared resources and intimacy, prompting emotional revelations and partnerships. Saturn's influence seeks structure and responsibility during this phase. Black tourmaline provides grounding and protection, placed in their living space or carried for stability. Aquarius. The full moon in Cancer impacts Aquarius's relationships, fostering emotional connections and deeper understanding with others. With Uranus as their ruling planet, they seek individuality and innovation during this phase. Aquamarine enhances communication and harmony when worn as jewelry or carried for calming energies. Pisces. The full moon in Cancer brings emotional depth to Pisces' work life, fostering fulfillment in daily tasks. With Neptune's influence accentuating spirituality and creativity, Pisces may experience a deep desire to infuse their daily responsibilities with a more profound sense of meaning and imagination. Labradorite enhances intuition and inspiration, can be kept in their workspace or worn as jewelry for added insight and creativity during this phase. So that ends today's episode. Our next episode is one you most certainly don't want to miss. I'll be talking about the 2024 astrological forecast. This will air on January 5th, 2024. I hope you tune in. You're not going to want to miss it. And remember, with astrology, you can chart your life's course.
The Essential Zodiac podcast comes your way every other Friday with updates on the moon cycles and celestial events. Episodes are posted on your favorite podcast host, on YouTube, and of course at EssentialZodiac.com. Head over to the website to subscribe to the Skywatch Journal, and you can stay connected between episodes by following Essential Zodiac on Facebook, Instagram, and X. All of us here at Essential Zodiac and Muddy Creek Studios wish you a Happy New Year.